What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on? We're gonna be getting live probably in 2 minutes. Just want to make sure this chat fill up real quick. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Great weekend. We're gonna be doing some dope stuff today, talking about theories. Final 3 episodes of Dragon Ball Super. Boy, we in there. Hope you guys have your theories ready to go, because I'm going to be going through the comment section. We're going to be talking about people's theories. Yeah, it's going to be super fun. I love having this type of stuff, especially on stream. It's going to be super dope to do. So what's good, guys? What's popping? How we living right now? How we living? So just so you guys have an idea, I'm going to be taking your guys' comments in the chat. We're going to be going through that stuff. There's probably going to be a lot of theories going down. A lot of them. We're going to talk about some for the next at least an hour. Give it some time. Get some more people in here. Get their theories popping. Easiest way to do it, obviously, be super chat. That way I can hit them quicker. But I'm going to try to go through the chat. So if I miss it, I apologize. But there's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about today. I will get my theories kind of intertwined with yours, because I feel like there will be some things that are overarching ideas that I think a lot of people may have similarities on. But outside of that, we're going to try to hit specific ones. Hey, man, shout out to Gan's Hands. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much for that. Let's actually take a look at this real quick. Make sure everything is popping on my end. Make sure everything is going solid. Let's see. Sweet. So let's get into this, guys. So currently, all we know is next episode 129, Goku goes Ultra Instinct for the first time. Now, I know a lot of you have been saying in my previous videos that it's a mastered Ultra Instinct, and this is my argument on this. Okay, there's been times in the past where episode titles mean something, and then we see the episode and it's something different, and it's a translation issue. Especially in this case, I appreciate you. I don't know how to say it. Is it Skoywalker? Appreciate for the subscription. In the past, there's been translation issues, right? So this is saying that it's mastered Ultra Instinct. And I think what they mean by that is he's actually in Ultra Instinct. If you go back to previous episodes, we had Whis talking about how obviously he doesn't have the attack locked in Ultra Instinct. He's actually thinking about it, so he doesn't actually have the potency there. Even the Daishinkan said the same thing. As far as him saying perhaps it is, but he doesn't want to jump to conclusions. So when it says mastered, I think he's actually attained Ultra Instinct. The previous form we've seen Goku in is called Megata no Gokui Kizashi, and Kizashi means omen or symptoms or sign. So it's not Ultra Instinct, it's symptoms of Ultra Instinct. This is Ultra Instinct that he's transforming into 129. So it's going to be pretty dope. I'm super hyped about it. Georgia Power 85, appreciate you. So when it comes down to what we're going to be talking about today is obviously theories on 129, 130, 131. Who do you think is going to win the Tournament of Power? How do you think it's going to go down? There's a lot here, guys. There's a lot here. So let's get into this. I'm going to start going through the chat and seeing if there's any cool theories out there. Again, it's going to be easier through the super chat. If you don't want to do that, it's fine. I'm going to try to go through the comments on the chat, but there's a lot there. Hey, it's me. It's Goku. So let's see. Doing good. I'm just going to kind of go through some things. Afrene Brantley, doing good. So much respect for you, man. You too. So excited. Love your channel. Appreciate you. I appreciate that so much. Let's see. Tell me what remix of Ultra Instinct you were playing last vid. Okay, so if you go back to my previous, I don't know, 3 videos, I've been linking in the description the song that I've been playing in that video or in those previous videos as the backing track. It's a remix I found on SoundCloud. It's fly. It's like a trap remix of the Ultra Instinct joint. So super dope. Let's see. We're gonna know Goku's. So Lawrence Johnson, we already know Goku is gonna fuck up Jiren. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they're gonna write it. Right? They could write it where, if you guys have seen any of the title stuff, there's some things that kind of showcase similarities to the end of GT. If you've seen the previous titles. But I don't want to go too much into that because I'm not sure who's seen the spoilers and stuff like that from the next few episodes. So I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. But they could play it to where Goku wins. They could play it to where he loses, where Frieza wins. Frieza's still on stage, by the way. So it's not a guarantee. It's definitely a high probability, though. Either, I mean, obviously him or Jiren will win. Kajon Moore, I apologize if I messed up your name. I didn't know you can dance. Yeah, so for those that don't know, I was a professional dancer for, I don't know, a good 7 years, 8 years. Hip-hop. The reason why I'm in Australia now is I was actually dancing in the Jabberwocky show in Vegas for a couple of years. We came out here to Australia in 2012 to do a residency show here, and I loved it here. Australia was just crazy to me. I was like, I need to move here. Ironically, one of the guys that I was dancing with here during that time ended up staying here low-key. He came back I think 5 or 6 months later, got married. So he's here in Brisbane. Shout out to Mikey Joaquin. So yeah, he stayed here, and I just made my way out here last year. So pretty dope. Let's see. Matt Pratt-Tap. It's good out here. Yes, it is. It is super good. Let's see. I just want to see if there's any theories thus far. Okay, so Jarrell Bridges. I think Goku will end it with an instant transmission Kamehameha. So could be a cool finishing move. Definitely. Again, it really comes down to I guess it comes down to, for me, I'm not sure what that finishing move is gonna be. Right? You don't really know what that finishing move is gonna be, but I hope it's dope. I hope it's actually super dope, actually. Let me see, because I'm not sure why my chat isn't showing up. I'm not sure why my chat's not showing up, guys. It should be showing up on the stream. I apologize that it's not showing up on the stream, but it should be showing on the stream. But it's not. That's a little strange. I apologize that it's not. It should be showing on stream, but it's not. Yeah, so finishing moves. I'm not sure what the finishing move is going to be. That would be pretty cool as a homage to Goku versus Cell. Let's see. Isn't it funny how Super Saiyan 5 was a final fan form with white hair, and now we're a decade later? Yeah, I mean, but I get that there's something there. Obviously, that was probably the first type of art that we've seen with a Saiyan with hair that color. But yeah, it's interesting. Definitely interesting. Bro, I love your channel. So cool. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so much. I was from Edgar. Let's see. Jiren's gonna get banged up Goku Nam style. Alright. Maybe it was supposed to be like Gangnam style, but Goku Nam style. Okay. Dana Brown, I just want Jiren to beat Frieza one more time, and then Goku can have his shine. You know, it was crazy, though. That episode with Frieza was dope. And another thing, too, about Frieza, we've been seeing Frieza a couple of times now, and he wasn't in the preview for the episode, which was crazy, right? The last 2 times we've seen him, he wasn't in the preview for those episodes, but he pops up in that, right? Which is super nuts. Albu Lucian, appreciate you for the subscription. So yeah, the last episode we saw him in, though, was Beast. We saw Frieza was like, forget this. you don't deserve to live. Like he wanted to kill Jiren, which was awesome. So we know that Frieza was going 100%. Like there was no holding back. Golden form all out and got wrecked. He got wrecked so out of line. But he's still in play. We hadn't seen him back in the stands. He didn't get eliminated. Jiren didn't get disqualified for killing him. So we know he's still alive and he's still on the stage. So Jeremy Marin, Frieza will win. There's a high probability for that. A high probability based on what I just talked about. And then some of the other evidence of him not showing up in the previews at all. Like for the previous 2 times he was in the show, we did not see him at all, which was wild to me. I was like, yo, he keeps showing up. Kevin, appreciate you for the subscription, brother. So yeah, it was one of those things where I'm like, this is a little strange. Like you would assume that Frieza would be there, at least, you know, from a narrative standpoint. Mama's boy, appreciate you. And he hasn't been there. Like they don't even talk about Frieza. They act like he doesn't exist. And even the last preview said one-on-one, you know, and I'm like, well, yeah, you're fighting him by yourself, but Frieza's still there. Alex, appreciate you, brother. I don't want to mess up your last name, but I appreciate the subscription. So yeah, I think Frieza, there is a chance. There has to be a reason Frieza is still there. That's from Jordan Yates. I agree 100% that there's got to be a reason why he's still there. Let's see. Fresh Caveman, how to do super chat. So super chat, if you're in the chat right now, on the very bottom, there's a little dollar sign in a square. If you click that, it will allow you to, I think it's like a minimum is like $1 or $2, something like that, but it puts your comment on the top of the chat, so it's easy for me to see. It's just really hard for me to scroll through all of these because there's a lot coming in, and I'm like nowhere near where the kind of current one is at the moment. So it's giving you a heads up. Let's see. There's no DBZ today, or DBS today. Correct. There's no DBS at all for today. Not at all. Frieza's going to show what he really learned in hell from all that meditating. You know, Paul, I appreciate you for the subscription, brother. I think Frieza's out as far as his skill. I think as far... Sorry, I'm sweating. It's super humid where I'm at. Hassan, appreciate you, brother. Yeah, like I feel like he's out as far as skill goes. I think Frieza's shown all of his cards. He tried to, you know, erase Topo with a world-destroying technique. Come on, like Frieza's done as far as what he's able to do. I think he's shown all of his trump cards. Yeah, and I don't think anybody was Frieza or anybody on the team really knew how strong Jiren was. So I think if they knew how strong the opponent was, they can prepare for that opponent. Frieza was preparing for Goku. So he had an idea of where Goku was strength-wise, so he was trying to surpass that. So I think that's what his focus was. I don't think story-wise it would make sense for him to all of a sudden jump over Jiren. The volume is super low. Is the volume really low? Let me turn it up. Let me know if that's better. Sorry guys if the volume was low. We have a super chat came in. Tone Deaf. What up, bro? Real. Be real. You're geeked out 90% of your videos. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you so much, Tone Deaf. So dope. Let's see. Jiren the Gray. ... Eric Games 10. I appreciate you, brother, for the subscription. Let's see. Is it Zukovia? Zukovia. Why couldn't I read that? Anyways, they're gonna let Frieza win because they're really planning to hide Frieza. Trek Rick donated $2 to Super Chat. Appreciate you, Trek. Let's see. Oh, my goodness. What do we got? What do we got? I'm not saying... Okay, so they're not going to let Frieza win because they're really planning on hide Frieza until the end. I'm not saying that he's going to be the only winner. I'm saying he's one of the winners. True. It could be him and Goku at the end. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know if Goku's going to beat Jiren. That's the part for me where I'm still a little bit skeptical on. I don't want him to beat him. As weird as that sounds. Goku, so just for some context, DJ Foot, appreciate you. Goku's my favorite anime character, my favorite character in fiction, period. Has been since the early 90s. So for me, story-wise, I think it would make sense for him to not beat him. Obviously, the crazy ass pulls that he's been getting in this tournament has been ridiculous. But with all that said, and it's dope to see. It's dope to see Goku on this level. I just feel like Jiren's whole focus, obviously, was to have absolute strength. That's always been his thing. He never wanted to feel hopeless again. So his focus has always been absolute strength. No, against anybody. He didn't ever want to lose again. Goku always just wanted to be he always wanted to be stronger, but it was different. Like he always wanted to better himself. But his focus wasn't absolute strength. Like I never want to feel like this ever again, and that's gonna be my driving force. I don't ever want to have to rely on anybody ever again. Even though he doesn't like fighting with people, just his character though, like the focus of the character is different. Let's see. For a while, I thought DBS would end with a cliffhanger or something unexpected, but as the show goes on, I start to think it's going to end the predictable way: new power up, Goku wins, etc. So let's actually talk about this, because I feel like we look at Dragon Ball as a whole versus what we actually know from the series. Dragon Ball Z, obviously, we can look at it as one product, but that's not really the case. You go back to the beginning of Dragon Ball Z. Who beat Raditz? Piccolo. Wasn't Goku. Frieza, or who beat Vegeta? It was kind of a stalemate. Goku couldn't fight anymore. Vegeta was kind of done and out. Krillin was about to kill him, and he was like, no, don't kill him. So that was kind of a stalemate. Vegeta obviously felt he lost because he didn't beat Kakarot. But it was more of a stalemate. If you look at Goku could not fight anymore. He was out. He was done. Toast. So we have that. Frieza was the next big one. Goku came, got Super Saiyan, beat Frieza, did not kill Frieza. Okay? So he beats Frieza, did not kill Frieza. Trunks killed Frieza. Came back and killed him. He was toast, right? Androids. Goku did not beat Android 19, right? Vegeta did. And he beat 20, but didn't kill 20. That was 17. Lost to 18 and 19. Ultimately, both of them lost to Cell. Goku beat Cell. Gohan beat Cell. And then when it comes to Majin Buu, we know how that goes down. Goku ends up beating him with the Spirit Bomb. So, like, out of everybody, Goku maybe has 2 wins, not including Vegeta, right? So when you say that Goku comes in and, like, saves the day, like, he shows up later, but doesn't necessarily mean he always wins. Like, he's not always the guy that finishes it. So just so we're clear on that, I don't think that that's the case. Let's see. I have a feeling Frieza will attack Goku in the end just to get wrecked again. Possibly. Now it's from Ojoku Green. All right, let's scroll down a little bit further. Let's go to what's current at the moment in the chat. Let's see. Francisco Marino. Hey, what's up? Thanks for all the videos you've done, bro. Great videos. What do you think the movie will be about? And what do you think will be after Tournament of Power? Oh, man. I do want to kind of stay on topic, but as far as the movie goes, that's gonna be strange, to be honest, because we don't really know what the movie is gonna be based on. We know it's gonna be kimchi and tofu. I appreciate you, brother. I'll get to your question in a second. We don't know what the movie is gonna be on. We know it's gonna be on Yamoshi, but we don't know if Goku and Co are gonna be in the movie. If it's taking place in the past, Goku and Vegeta shouldn't be alive. So I'm not sure how that's gonna be for fans of the series, because maybe they're not in the movie. So if they're not in the movie, are you gonna go watch a movie that has nothing to do with Goku and Vegeta? Who knows? Who knows? I'm just saying, I will watch it anyways. I love the series of Dragon Ball. I think it'd be cool to add new characters and have stories around these characters. But who knows? Kimchi and Tofu. Hey, Adonis. We used to dance together back in Hypnotics. Oh, shit. I still have a picture of us. Awesome. You're doing Dragon Ball. Keep up the great work. Appreciate you, brother. That's dope. Appreciate you. Yeah, for those that don't know, I used to dance back in the day. Let's see. Ivory Meadowbrooks, bro. Check out my theory. Ivory, I don't know where your theory is at, bro. Like, this chat is crazy ham. Let's see. Uh, Legend of Abel. I dropped my theory on your video, on your earlier video. I think the ending of the series will have Goku going off with the Angels, Dragon Ball Ultra Angels Rebel. Interesting. Um, I did a video on why I think Ultra Instinct, the actual form of Ultra Instinct, is an angel power. Go check out that video. That'll make more sense when you hear this theory. But that actually makes sense in a way of how GT ended. GT ended where Goku went with Shenron. He needed to kind of separate himself from the Earth, separate the Dragon Balls from the Earth. The Earth needed to kind of go through a natural progression. People die, things end, tragedies happen. So I feel like with this, that could make a little bit of sense, considering the fact of if you look at the end of Z, what Goku's wearing, the blue gi, and you look at the Daishinkan, that bluish color, there could be some similarities there. There could be a connection there. So that's not a bad theory, to be honest. That could be the case. Tyler Hawk, legit question. Considering what Frieza has done, which isn't much, by the way. Who was that? Sorry. I got all this stuff on my screen. Cadiz Phillip, appreciate for the subscription, bro. Do you think it was worth switching Boo for Frieza last minute? Oli donated $20. Wow, Oli, appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you so much. That's so awesome. Thank you for the donation. Legit question. I'll read this again. Legit question. This is from Tyler Hawk. Considering what Frieza has done, which isn't much to be honest, do you think it was worth switching Boo for Frieza last minute? So, I actually was going to do a video on this, and I'll still do it anyways, but it's a really interesting question because I feel like in a tournament setting, Boo could have either been an extreme, like, super overkill, or he could have been a hindrance, a bad hindrance. He could have put them at jeopardy. And the reason why I say that is Boo's power. Boo can absorb people and take their abilities. Now, he doesn't necessarily kill them. He absorbs them. Aimer, appreciate you for the super chat. I'll get to your question next. They don't die, right? So they're still within Boo's body. So let's say hypothetically Boo takes on Universe 11, absorbs 7 of those characters. And let's say it's Goku and Boo at the end, right? Say Boo stays on stage till the end. He's super strong. He's absorbed all these characters. Trey Rick, I'll get to your super chat as well. Appreciate you, brother. So let's say that that's the case. Would Universe 11 win at that point? Because all of the characters that Boo absorbed, they're still on the stage. They're inside of Boo. So I feel like semantics, if you go off of what it actually is, these characters aren't dead. They're inside of Boo, who is still on the stage. So they would have to eliminate Boo off the stage to make sure that those characters are not on the stage anymore. But then at the same time, they're inside of Boo. So do they go back to their own universes, or now are they in Boo? You know what I mean? So that's the part where it's really a strange one. So I think maybe they switched them out because of that. But I feel like with Frieza there adds a little bit of like a lot of questions that a lot of people had. Was he going to turn on them? How was he going to turn? Who was he going to, betray? So it added edge to it. Regardless if he acted on all those things, is kind of irrelevant. It made that feeling of suspense, which needed to be there. Wem Vol, appreciate you for the subscription. So let's go to the super chat real quick. We got Amir Aldewan, GT Move. Goku will leave and train with the Angels and get final request to resurrect Frieza. Possibly. We have another one, Daniel. Wow, another $20. I appreciate you guys so much. That's so crazy. Assuming the universes were already resurrected. Possibly Frieza gets resurrected because Goku wants to, keep his word. And all he needs for that is the Earth Dragon Balls, I believe, or the Namek. I'm not sure how many times you can do it with those Dragon Balls, to be honest. Frieza was already brought back to life with the Earth Dragon Balls one time already. Trey Rick, what do you think the wishes will be for both sides? Do you think Jiren will try to destroy everything if he feel like he's about to lose? That's a really good question. That is a really good question. Wow, I never thought of that. So if Jiren is up against the wall and he feels like he can't beat Goku, do you think he will destroy everything to make sure that nobody gets a wish? I don't know. That's a tough one. Or are you saying like destroy everything like the entire stage, like and it's just him left? Either way would be a crazy move on Jiren's part. I'm not sure if it will completely go towards that because I mean ultimately his universe will be erased anyway. So if he kills everybody, everybody dies anyway. So I'm not sure. That's a really good thought though. So a really good thought. Let me know what you guys think about that. So if Jiren is up against the wall, he can't win. Will he destroy everything if he feels like he's about to lose? Everybody's going to die anyways in his universe because he's about to lose. So he could go for the kill. He could go for the kill. That's actually a really dope concept, actually. I like that a lot. Mr. Cool Guy. Bruh. Do you think that the Grand Priest will take Goku just like GT? Possibly. Possibly. We talked about that a little bit ago. Let's see. Let's go into the comments. Philip Hines, like the YouTuber said, the black-haired Goku form of UI Goku is called Omen. Correct. Yes, 100%. That is not Ultra Instinct. What we've seen so far with Goku is Ultra Instinct Omen. It is not Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct is what we are going to see in episode 129. That is going to be the first time we see Ultra Instinct Goku. First time. Let's see. Thomas Green, who's the best character in DBS? Wow, that's a tough one. That's a really tough one, to be honest. I'm always going to be super biased at Goku, but I always know that he's not the best developed character. And there's arguments to be made here, okay? Vegeta, personally, feel is the most developed character in all of Dragon Ball. That's, to me, based on everything we've seen, his story arc is incredible. For a Dragon Ball series, okay? Just keep that in mind. It's incredible. So you have that. Frieza, since he's been back in the tournament, I love how he's playing him. I love him in the tournament. 17 is awesome in the tournament. Let's see. I love Hit as a character. I think him, when he had some of his own assassin story videos, was awesome. So I feel like there's a lot there. So I know a lot of people didn't like Kale and Khalifa. Gerald Graves, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. $20. Jesus Christ. I will get to your question next, I promise. Thank you so much, by the way. I actually liked Kale and Khalifa. I know a lot of people are like, yo, that's stupid. They were whack, blah, blah. And I really feel if we had a series on Kale, Khalifa Universe 6, it wouldn't feel that way. I feel like a lot of people see them and they're like, yo, this makes no sense. They had all these forms, bang, bang, bang. And it's like, look, they tried to world build a little bit on Universe 6. They evolved different from Universe 7. If you go back to what Whis was talking about during Goku and Vegeta's training about how to get stronger, it was to build your base. They were like, you don't go Super Saiyan, no Super Saiyan Blue. You train in your base form. You build your base because everything is multipliers after that. You need to build your base as strong as you can. These characters already had a strong base. When you see Goku, when you see Tristan, appreciate you for the subscription. When you see the Tournament 6, the Universe Tournament when Vegeta was fighting Kaba, Kaba's base form was super strong. Considering how much we've seen Vegeta go through, obviously Kaba is so much younger than Vegeta. Seeing what we've seen Vegeta go through in his base form fighting Kaba, he was like, oh, okay, this dude, he's legit. Like, he was actually putting up a good fight. I'm not saying he was on Vegeta's level. What I'm saying, though, he was comparable to. He wasn't just getting handled by Vegeta. Like, they were going pretty solid. To say that Vegeta was going 100% in his base form is debatable. But considering the fact that these characters were already super strong, they were already skilled enough, and then you put into the fact that Khalifa is Goku of that universe, where she can see something and do it, that's not a surprise to me. It just isn't. Like, regardless if you like it or not is up to you. But based on the story that's there, on things that are there, it makes sense to a degree. So that's just my thing. So let's jump to the super chat real quick. We got a super chat, Gerald Graves. Bro, hopefully you read this. Hopefully you read Love Just Showing my support, but this theory Frieza will become a good guy at the end based on the fact how strong Goku and Vegeta has. Got something like how Piccolo, Vegeta, Buu all came good. Okay, so this is a little bit different. And thank you for your comment, by the way. So I do not think Frieza will become good at all. That's not his character. And the reason I say that is Buu was a childlike character after he absorbed that Kai. They said they took on that one Supreme Kai's personality of loving and blah blah. So when Buu separated into evil Buu, the gray guy, all the evil out of Buu became him. Okay, so he separated himself from Buu that absorbed the Supreme Kai. Ryan John Paul, appreciate you, brother, for the subscription. So that's the first thing. Second, Piccolo. Piccolo saw the strength that he saw in Gohan. 1. 2, knew that these other 2 threats were going to come and they needed to prepare. So I feel like during that process, Gohan started to change, started to affect Piccolo. Piccolo was on a vengeance thing because of, obviously, King Piccolo. There was some of that there. But ultimately, they're different. Vegeta was never really evil. Vegeta had... Okay, I'll take that back. Vegeta was evil. Daniel, I appreciate you for the subscription, for the donation. I appreciate you so much. He wasn't evil, but he was bad. Put it that way. Frieza's evil. Vegeta was bad. He didn't care about killing anybody. He was like, I'm gonna kill you, doesn't matter. But ultimately, he was like a slave, right? He was enslaved by Frieza. Frieza owned them, you know, all of that, like threatened their lives, his father's life, all of that. So it's a little bit different. Frieza is just maniacal. I know some people are saying, oh, he'd make a really good god of destruction. I completely disagree. I think Frieza would be a terrible god of destruction because gods of destruction don't like to interfere with the universe. Frieza wants to rule, so big difference. So I don't know. I don't think that he'll become good, and I really hope they don't write him that way. But thanks for the comment. Mike Wild, appreciate you for the super chat. Yo, Adonis, just sending some love. Feels to me like they're setting up Goku to attain the power of the angels. Yep, UI. And Vegeta that of the gods of Kai. Potentially. We saw, just so there's some context here. Sidra gave one of the assassins some Hakai energy. We don't know what the potency level of it was, but he gave this assassin some Hakai energy, sent it to Frieza. Frieza manhandled it, right? We saw Topo send a Hakai blast, okay? Not a, quote-unquote true. He's an apprentice god of destruction. They said he became a god of destruction there, as far as power levels go. But he Hakai's Frieza. Frieza cannot take it, okay? This is a stronger Frieza, okay? Well, just as strong as he was when he took that first Hakai blast. He couldn't take the one from Topo. Couldn't handle it. Topo gave him the business, okay? Vegeta completely destroys that destruction energy. So, is Vegeta on God of Destruction level? Well, based on what we know from that, explanation, from those facts, Vegeta could be a God of Destruction. Now, if we're going off of the manga, and I know people are saying, well, they're 2 different continuities. I get that they're 2 different continuities. I completely get it. But we have to keep in mind that it's not 100% that they're completely different. And the reason why I say that is Toriyama gives an overview of what he wants things to be, right? They fill in the gaps, the writers for the manga and the anime. So with that being said, some of these characters should scale to each other in the manga and the anime. They can't just write what they want to write. It has to overlap. They have to make sense, right? So we just have to make sure that we understand those things. They are different continuities, but they have to be similar. They have to end very similar. They can't just be like, oh, well, Goku Black killed Future Trunks. Like, no, they have to ultimately end the same, which means their strength have to be similar in some way, shape, or fashion. In that case, the reason I'm saying that is Vegeta gets perfected Super Saiyan Blue, fights Beerus. This is before the Tournament of Power. Beerus one-shots him. Okay? One-shots Vegeta and says, it'll take you 1,000,000 years to be on the level that I'm on. Granted, you've made these crazy strides, which is impressive. You could be a god of destruction in another universe. So what that means to me is, yeah, Vegeta has the level to become a god of destruction. But if the whole idea that Toba was talking about of, regarding or disregarding everything else, all the other attachments, I don't think that's going to be the case for Vegeta. I don't think he can do that. And he proved that in that episode. Like, no, I can't just disregard stuff. So, but thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. So let's go back to the chat. I think Goku, this is from Jake Neal, I think Goku is going to change Jiren. You notice how Jiren is always asking Goku and Vegeta questions. I think Jiren will still win, but he will have a change of heart about what his wish is. Wow, that's actually interesting. That's actually really interesting. I never thought of it that way. We still don't know what his wish is. We know it's probably has something to do with his master or people that he lost. Could be a universe that he's from. We're not really sure. But that's actually a really awesome theory. That could be a thing. He could wish Universe 7 back and say, look, like you put up, a great fight, blah, blah. Maybe he wants to trust in them, knowing what kind of fight they put up. Because we know he doesn't trust anybody. He doesn't want to depend on anybody. So that's interesting. That's an awesome theory. Let's see. Sorry, this just got super crazy. Benai Rogers, I think that Goku Super Saiyan God power gets realized in the final moments of the tournament. Think about it. Jiren even mentioned it in the tournament that Goku keeps getting stronger. Yeah, he keeps getting stronger, but I mean, we're not really sure. That's just a T-Rex Gamers 44. Appreciate you for the subscription. That's just a trait of Saiyans, and I feel like they just amped it up so much in the tournament. Let's see. Thomas Green, should a new story be developed with a new universe? That is a great question. I know it doesn't really pertain to what we're talking about here, but that is a great question. I actually may do a video on that. I'm gonna take a photo of that because I actually like that a lot, and I think that'd be a really good video just to kind of break down that, because we could talk about it here, but I don't want to kind of detract from the topic that we're talking about. So Thomas Green, awesome question. That would be really dope. That'd be really dope. Let's see. Let's see. M2M Production. Honestly, Frieza been taking a nap for how many episodes? I think Jiren and Goku are gonna eliminate each other at the same time. Frieza will win for Universe 7. Sorry, I'm sweating, guys. It's super humid. Oh my god, I just missed a subscription. I apologize. I was reading that. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Frieza been sleeping for a couple of minutes, right? We know the past 2 episodes have been a minute long each. So yeah, yeah, that's a possibility. Don't know why, but this lagging like crazy. Sorry guys if the stream is lagging like crazy. I'm not sure why it would be, but it is. It is lagging like crazy. Hopefully it's not lagging like crazy anymore. Let's see. Let me know if the stream is laggy, guys. If it's laggy, then we might need to cut it if it's super bad. Just let me know if it is or not. So let's go back to this question. So I think that they could do a double elimination. I don't think that's going to be the case, but it could happen. It definitely could happen, and Frieza could come out on top and wish for whatever he wants to wish for. That's the crazy thing, is if Frieza wins, what does he wish for? That's the crazy one for me. Mike Portnoy, can Goku revive all the universes erased by Zenozama or Jiren if he wins? That is a possibility, okay? That is an extreme possibility that he could. And the reason why I say that is, obviously, the Super Dragon Balls allow you to do that. Now, the counter of that is, remember, at the beginning of the Tournament of Power, there was the reason why there was a fight. Shotgun Pro 66 Appreciate you for the subscription. The reason why there was a tournament in the first place was because Zeno was going to erase the other universes. He was only going to keep 4. He didn't want these other universes. So, it says, hold on, what happened to the stream? I can't watch anymore. Let me know if the stream's still good. Does the vid keep cutting off for you guys? Hey there. So yeah, let me know if the stream is strong, guys. I don't know. It keeps saying that you guys keep saying that you can't see it. Let me know. Let me know, and if it is, then we'll probably have to cut it short. But yeah, so let's go back to that. Yeah, so let's say he does wish them back. Let's say he wishes back all these other universes. He could, but if Zeno was going to erase them already, wouldn't he just erase them again, right? Because he didn't want them in the first place. So that's a difficult one. That's a difficult one for real. Okay, let's see. He says you're good at still streaming. Stream is okay now, but it was lagging a bit before. Sorry, guys. I'm streaming off of my phone. The internet where I'm staying at the moment is trash, so I have to go off of my phone internet. I apologize. Let's see. Ivering Middlebrooks, same as Vegeta, just gave his last little bit. They're pushing a team versus Jiren alone. Him understanding what it means to be a team family. Watch out for Frieza to come back. Yeah, I think Frieza's still in play, but I don't think he's going to have enough impact attack-wise. It's got to be some kind of, like, sneak attack of some sort. Let's see. Nova Dragon. What if Whis came out and say Goku only mastered one stage of, the silver hair? And say there was James Gillon. Appreciate you, brother, for the subscription. And say there'd be multiple stages of UI giving way to Toei to make more transformation in the future. So this is my thing. Shadow00123, appreciate you for the subscription. And I talked about this before in previous videos of mine. Until proven otherwise, obviously we haven't seen 129 yet. We don't know what the reactions are going to be yet. This is just predictions based off of what have been told to us in the series. Goku has not achieved Ultra Instinct yet. So you cannot master something that you've not achieved. When we see 129, he's going to achieve Ultra Instinct. When it says master, I feel like it meant master the transformation. He's actually, become this form. Goku didn't master Super Saiyan when he went Super Saiyan, right? He was able to do it, but he didn't master it. He mastered it going into fighting Cell after the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, the Super Saiyan Grade 4. Kuro, appreciate you for the subscription. So, I feel like the angels have mastered it. If you look at the hair, Goku has this silver hair. All the angels have silver hair, but they stay in that level of power all the time. X-Beast, appreciate you for the subscription. So that's the reason why I say I don't think that there's, Goku's on that level. He's going to have a long time to get there, but yeah. Let's see. I'm not going to read your name, bro, because that's crazy. Do you think Beerus is going to say that Goku has surpassed him? We're going to find out. We're going to find out for sure if Beerus has been surpassed by Goku. I don't think so. But it wouldn't surprise me based on the form. However, just because you've attained a form does not mean it's stronger than the current person. Case in point, Super Saiyan Goku is not on the same level as Super Saiyan Goten. Same form, not the same power level. Super Saiyan 2, if you go back to Trunks and all this other stuff, just because they have the form doesn't mean it's on the same level, doesn't mean it's stronger or weaker. It depends on their development as a character. BKA Watts, appreciate you for the super chat. I'm going to read your comment right now. Frieza may pop up once more and either sacrifice himself or use that paralyzed technique. Could be a final distraction for Goku to strike the final blow. Yes, that is a theory. Keep in mind, Hit, arguably stronger than Golden Frieza, trapped Jiren, who was not powered up to 50% or 75% or, that we saw recently. Broke through Hit's time barrier. He froze him in time and he broke out of that. I don't think Frieza's power, his paralysis technique is gonna cut it, to be honest. Could they do it? Yes. Would it be another Dragon Ball plot hole? Of course. But, so you know. But thank you for the question. Great question. Adam Bugay, Geek Nation. Do you think the new Dragon Ball movie could be about Planet Sadala arc, the Saiyan's god Yamoshi, or something new entirely? I think it's going to be based on Yamoshi. I think Planet Sadala. Okay, so let's put this together. It could be a Planet Sadala movie, and they talk about Yamoshi. Possibly. Maybe it's the same god from both universes. Who knows? But, great question. I'm so sweaty. It's so humid here. Okay. Let's see. We'll take a couple more. Let's see. Patrick Jenkins. What if the evildoer was Yamoshi and he didn't die, he wished for eternal life, and he was consumed with power? I don't know. It could be, but I think it might. I think that might be stretching a little bit. Obviously, Jiren wouldn't know that he's a Saiyan, right? He wouldn't know that, so he wouldn't be able to connect that to Goku and them and be upset about that for them. But I'm not sure. Not sure. Let's see. Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Remember back on Namek when Frieza told the dragon his wish, but it didn't work because he had to speak to Mekian. What happens here? 100%. We know that the Super Dragon Balls only respond to the language of the gods. That's why Whis had to wish. So definitely similar. I think that's gonna play a factor if Frieza does wish for something ridiculous. MTM production. Once DBS returns after 133, how would you feel about a deeper development of Goten and Kid Trunks? I'm gonna be honest. I don't care about Goten and Trunks. I feel like they make us care about future Trunks because they want to keep Goten and Kid Trunks kids, to be honest. I didn't like them in GT at all. I didn't like Trunks in GT. I thought he was this parody of future Trunks. I don't know. I feel like they're just not interesting enough characters. I mean, they could make them interesting, but who are they going to go up against that's going to make them interesting? You know what I'm saying? When they have their parents there, that could save the day. You know, like I just feel like they're just other characters, to be honest. Let's see. M2M Productions, just subscribe. Appreciate you, brother, for the subscription. Appreciate you. Great questions, by the way. Eddie Adrena, with Frieza's current power level versus the. What's your theory about that? Bummer Frieza. I'm not sure what you mean. Maybe email me back. Send me a message back so I can understand what you mean by that. Ryan Raymond. Stop hating on the boy Jiren. He ain't 100%. Okay, so perfect example. And I'm glad you brought that up. And I did a video on this as well. Jiren is not 100%. I think Jiren's at 75% right now. Goku's going to go Ultra Instinct. He's going to surpass Jiren. Jiren's going to go 100%. And they're probably going to be somewhere around equal. Now, this also supports my theory on why I think Beerus is still stronger than Goku. We know from what we've heard in the story, Jiren does not have Ultra Instinct, guys. He doesn't. Doesn't have it. Everybody else would have stated it already. Jiren is just absolute power. That's what he is. That's what his focus has always been. So, with that being said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, you know, Gods of Destruction-wise. Beerus could still be way stronger than Goku. So, could he be stronger than Beerus? Possibly. But I don't think so. But going back to what you were saying, yes, I don't think Jiren's at 100%. Mega Scorpion 40. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate you. Hey, when is the next episode coming? It's coming next week. There's no episode this week. That's why I'm doing the stream today. So we can just talk about it. We can geek out a little bit on it. Let's see. Could it be possible to wish Xenos out of existence? So that was from Vaping Sane. That's actually a really good question. Could you wish with the Super Dragon Balls to erase Xenos? That is a great question. They said that they can wish for anything. so possibly, but great question. J Toppy Sue, Goku should had stayed Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan should have, hold on. Goku should have stayed Super Saiyan 3 and Super should have focused on one power up Super Saiyan 4. Dragon Ball Super destroyed Dragon Ball Z power skill. No, I disagree. Solafaro, appreciate you. I disagree, and the reason why I say that is this. The forms aren't what ruin the story. The story ruins the story. The forms are just there, right? They're just things that happen in the story. That doesn't dictate your writing. You write it, and then you add these things as you go along. So even if, let's say Super Saiyan 4 was the power of the angels, right? That doesn't change the fact that he's stupid strong. You know what I'm saying? It's the story that's built up to the form. So I disagree with the forms being the issue. The issues are within the details in the story. What are the story beats? What are the other arcs that are taking place? And what I mean by arcs is story arcs for individual characters. When you look at an anime like One Piece is obviously a super popular anime. The story is focused on Luffy. Luffy is the main character, okay? He is the guy that beats the big bad. He's the guy. You know, people say Goku time. It's Luffy time over there. So, like, with that being said, though, the story arcs of Zoro, of everybody else on the Straw Hats, the stories are incredible. Like the story we're getting right now on the Vinsmokes, on Sanji is sick. Like, that whole story arc makes that character so much more interesting. That's what we miss in Dragon Ball, is individual stories that are focused on one of these side characters, but one doesn't take away from the main character and his goal in that main story arc, but there's still side story arcs that play into account. We haven't seen writing like that in Dragon Ball since the Frieza saga. Like, Saiyan Saga and Frieza Saga, in my head, are all one saga because it all ties in one story of the Saiyans, how they were oppressed by Frieza, and ultimately beating Frieza. That, to me, was amazing, right? We saw the first Saiyan evil, Raditz. Cool, we know Saiyans are bad. Vegeta comes to Nappa. They're bad, Goku beats them, but we find out that more history about Goku and the Saiyans. Then we find out that Frieza is on Namek. He's actually the guy that killed the Saiyans. You know what I'm saying? And then we find out later on how Vegeta became Vegeta, right? And how he feels about Frieza. And, you know, that moment when he's dying and he's crying to Goku, telling him, like, all that. Like, bro, like, there's so much there story-wise. That's why I feel like Dragon Ball Z, the best arc is the Frieza arc. It's the best story. The story there is so dope. Now, say what you will, as far as, like, your favorite villains and all that stuff and powers and all that stuff is different. But to me, story-wise, the Saiyan Frieza arc was the best story to me. Just because of development of characters. Let's see. Do you watch WWE? I don't watch WWE. I've seen some things, but, like, bro, like, when I was growing up, it was called WWF. When I was a kid, it was WWF. So, like, it's been a long time, bro. Long time. Thank you for the super chat, Luca Kalua. I apologize if I'm killing your name right now. Super chat, do you think the next arc will be about the angels? Could be. I want an arc around the angels and the gods. 100%. I think that'd be so dope to see. 100%. Do I think we're going to get that? Probably not. I hope so, though. I really hope so. Because, like, some of the things that we didn't get, a Yardrat arc with Goku learning some of these crazy techniques, would have been awesome. Right? Instead of just jumping into future Trunks and the androids, like, let's have this side story of Goku developing and what's going on Earth at the time. And you know what I'm saying? Like, there could have been story beats there, guys. Again, story. Let's see. Rabid Monster. Let's see. I don't know. Tardar de Mas. I don't know what that means. I apologize. But yeah, we're going to wrap this up, guys. We're going to wrap it up. As far as my theories go on the next few episodes, I think Goku's going to win. I think he's going to win based on everything we've seen. I think he's going to win the tournament. And but I don't think he's going to go back to Earth. I think he's going to try to stay and learn more about Ultra Instinct. I think he's going to stay with possibly the angels or the gods and learn more, or go to Universe 11. I think that there's something there that they're trying to paint for us, and I don't know what it is yet, obviously. But I think there's going to be something there where Goku is going to separate himself from Universe 7 at the moment. We don't know why, obviously, but I think that could be the case. I want Frieza to pull something off, but I think at this point, what we've seen, he just doesn't have anything left in the tank. He doesn't have anything left, and it's unfortunate because I feel like they could have done something with Frieza. Ideally, what I would want is Frieza to win and then become the supreme lord of everything. That would be interesting because they would have to figure out how to beat that, and that would take all the universes, right? Frieza won't want to erase universes because he wants to rule stuff. So that would be my ultimate, what I would want. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Prediction-wise, I think it's going to be more so of Goku's going to win, potentially wish everybody back that within the tournament. Or Zeno says, you know what, I'm going to bring everybody back because I want to do this again. And I think Goku's going to go to Universe 11 to train with Jiren. Or go with the angels for some way, right? I think that's going to be something that we're going to see. I would want some other stuff, to be honest. Like, I would really want something more interesting than that. But based on what we've seen, like, I don't want to overshoot it because there's things that I've wished for in Dragon Ball this year, for Dragon Ball Super, that haven't come to fruition. And it's because of, I want the story to be more intricate than what Dragon Ball actually is. But that's just my theories and stuff like that. But again, let me know in the comments, guys, your theories. If I didn't get to your theories, I apologize. I really wanted to have more of this, but I know the stream has been in and out. It is so hot in this room right now. Like, you don't understand how hot I am. I'm like super hot. But let me know in the comments down below what your guys' thoughts are on the next 3 episodes. There is no 129 coming out tonight. It will be next weekend, so stay tuned for that. And if you guys aren't Geek Nights yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, have the notification bell turned on so you don't miss any future content. If you guys like the stream, hit that thumbs up button, show your boy some love. And if you want to check out my last videos, the links will be right here to the side. All right, guys, till next time.